So we got the spoilers for chapter 1025, and the title of the chapter is going to be Image of the Double Dragon. Momonosuke can't fly easily because he is scared of heights, so Luffy pushes Momonosuke to do it. Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit and figure out how we got to this point. So at the end of chapter 1021, Momonosuke asked Shinobu to use her Devil Fruit ability on him in order to make him older. Now we didn't know that Shinobu was able to do this because her Devil Fruit, the Joku no Mi, allows her to mature and decay anything she touches. And we've only seen her really use it with inanimate objects before this point, so we just assumed that it was exclusive to inanimate objects, but apparently that's not the case because she does in fact use this ability successful on Momonosuke, aging him up to 28 years old. Now we haven't seen exactly what he looks like in his human form yet at this age, but judging from Shinobu's reaction and dialogue, it's implied that he looks nearly identical to Oden, so he's definitely going to be stealing some major thunder from Yamato. But anyway, his rapid aging here has also matured his Devil Fruit, which is an artificial one created by Vegapunk, which was a replicant of Kaido's Devil Fruit. I guess at some point back in the day when the Marines or the world government had Kaido captive, because apparently that had happened a few times. During one of them, Vegapunk was able to extract Kaido's lineage factor, and through that he was able to replicate his Devil Fruit. Apparently eating the Devil Fruit has altered Kaido's DNA, so Vegapunk basically extracted that element of him, being referred to as the lineage factor here, and that allowed him to develop this synthetic Devil Fruit. And then we saw in the flashback of Punk Hazard, Momonosuke mistakenly ate the fruit because he was so hungry. Kind of similar to what happened with Yamato, I guess. In between this, Luffy was asking Momonosuke to basically do this so that he could fly him back up to Onigashima, because previously Luffy, had fought Kaido, was defeated by him, and was knocked off of Onigashima. And then we had to play the game of catch up and recovery, and that brings us to where we are now. And that is this last minute Hail Mary of a plan being successful, and Momonosuke flying Luffy back up to Onigashima to re-encounter Kaido. And coming back to the spoilers, we see that Momonosuke can't fly easily because he is scared of heights. So Luffy pushes Momonosuke to do it. So like I just said, this Hail Mary of a plan came to fruition. So there has to be some elements of struggle here. The stakes still need to be raised. It can't just be them instantly getting there, because that would be way too easy by Oda standards. We see Kaido versus Yamato continuing. So this is another fight that has been intermittently going on through the last stretch of chapters, and it was definitely most prominent in the previous one. And that's actually where that chapter ended, with them in like a Thunder Bagua clash. And it seemed like the end result of that didn't necessarily favor Kaido the way that we thought it was. So it was almost, somewhat of an even exchange, I guess. So us seeing this fight continuing in this chapter is not really a surprise, since there wasn't really anything definitive to it coming out of chapter 1024. And I'm not really expecting anything significant to come out of Yamato going against Kaido. Pretty sure she was only there to buy time. And also, she kind of needs something to do other than like fighting a Flying Six, which are ostensibly all taken out at this point, or fighting like another villain, since her main motivation here is taking down Kaido, who has wronged her. Another thing that we saw in the previous chapter, with her flashback and how bad he treated her, and also her, may or may not have met Zoro's dad, allegedly, unconfirmed. But I, along with, I guess, most, really didn't expect Yamato to do much. But I am glad that we got to see how strong she really is, because we knew that she was pretty strong. Even that her first feat was like busting up ulti. And being the son of Kaido, has heavy power implications behind it regardless. Momonosuke is flying with his eyes closed, so he can't directly go to the roof. He rushes to the roof by headbutting Onigashima's dome. So like I said, it's not going to be easy, and just further building the stakes here. Some more turmoil for this chapter, and also I guess to stretch it out, not necessarily in a bad way, but this is just going to cover some panel space, so it's not instantly coming to this encounter, which I guess Oda wanted to be the cliffhanger of this chapter. Luffy and Snake Man attacks with Gear 4 Jet Culverin, and Yamato attacks too, both at the same time against Kaido. Momonosuke and Kaido end up facing each other in form of dragons like we see the image. So we did get what looks to be like a leaked panel here, and it is the two dragons facing off with Luffy on the back of Yamato, and Yamato in his dragon form looks scared. It's actually kind of funny. But cool to see Luffy immediately going into Gear 4, you know, Snake Man, which means, you know, obviously he's not messing around when Luffy just instantly goes into Gear 4 at the beginning of the round, we'll say. Obviously this is the beginning of the fight. It's been going on for like 9 months now, but it looks like we might see a little bit of Yamato and Luffy teaming up possibly, which I assume will ultimately lead to Yamato being like fully defeated by Kaido, and maybe that gives Luffy a little extra bit of motivation. I mean, I guess it's also possible that Kaido might straight up even kill Yamato. I know a lot of us are expecting, or at least just want, Yamato to be one of the Straw Hats coming out of this arc. You know, also on top of all the heavy implications that are going into everything. But also there's a chance that, you know, Yamato gets killed by Kaido. I mean, there's also implications and foreshadowing there too. You know, with the whole thing where it's like, if you want to call yourself Odin, then die. Not saying it's guaranteed, and I certainly don't want Yamato to die, but I'm just saying it is a possibility, and that could also give Luffy maybe his final bit of motivation to take down Kaido. Like if he witnesses Kaido take out Yamato right in front of him, that could be like his, you know, Frieza Krillin moment. And then maybe that's when we see Gear 5 or, you know, Devil Fruit Awakening. And I know we don't necessarily see those emotional power-ups in this series, but maybe that's like the straw that breaks the back for Luffy, and then he finally unveils one of those two abilities. But I just wanted to put it out there because I could see Oda doing that. And I think that would make good use of Yamato's character if she wasn't going to become a Straw Hat afterward. But first, this video is sponsored by the Listen But Don't podcast. Here's a clip from the show.
Getting a little garlic parmesan, making it a little tender, making it beautiful, making it Italian. That's what Italians do. They take other people's stuff and they make it theirs. That's what they do. Look at it. Look at that. Lemon tears right on some fried chicken. You know, that piece might have not been cooked all the way. I don't care. I got iron bowels. Drip it. Drip that. Very nice. Not fully sure if this is cooked all the way, but I don't care. It's delicious. Personally, I don't believe in salmonella. I think it's made up by the government. Drop it in the comments. What do you think? Salmonella, is it real? Is it fake? Did the Federal Reserve make it up? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'll tell you this right now. Do not trust the government. They'll lie to you. You don't want to trust them.
So thank you to the Listen But Don't podcast for sponsoring this video. If you like what you heard, please check them out. The link is in the description. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the spoilers, and we are going on break next week. I guess it's necessary, right? I guess we did get 3 weeks in a row, so it's about that time, right? But let me know what you think about these spoilers in the comments. What do you think is going to happen between Luffy, Yamato, and Kaido? And now that Momonosuke is in the mix, do you think Yamato has a chance of straight up dying here and maybe giving Luffy his extra bit of motivation he needs to take down Kaido? But if not Yamato, do you think someone else is going to die in this arc? Let me know. And if you liked the video, guys, please give it a like, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.